Raud exposed Zoe Spencer. Let's get right into this one, man.
Berto?
I have no idea what this is about, so I'm going into this blind. Where you at, family? Come on.
Raud, geez, nobody knows you. You sound like a...
My voice is deeper than yours.
We're not friends. That's what I don't think y'all get. And even...
Damn, Zoe, what's going on? Because I haven't heard nothing from Zoe Spencer in a little second. And I've definitely been seeing my nigga Raud on the internet. So what are we talking about?
When you parted ways from the content, friend, I never text you again. And you decided today that you wanted to text me and do weird.
I done seen a clip from last month. You over here talking about Zoe Spencer's not funny, yet you're boring.
You will follow back on the TikTok, bro. I'm not following you back. I blocked you on the gram, then you keep trying to tag other pages that got the name Raud in it. You're obsessed. Let it go.
I'm normally never surprised when I see two people arguing back and forth on the internet because I'm chronically online, mainly for these videos, but that's just what I tell myself. So normally I get to see the build up for a lot of these conflicts, the sneak diss in here and there, the subliminals, the way that they're actually acting around each other. But when I saw this conflict randomly clicking on Raud's stream late at night, I was genuinely confused because I have not seen Zoe Spencer bring up Raud, and I haven't seen Raud bring up Zoe Spencer like at all recently. So I either wasn't tapped in or they had to be arguing about something so dumb that clipping pages on Twitter and TikTok weren't even talking about it. And that's basically what we're going to dive into because it really isn't that serious, but I still wanted to break it down. And in order to do that, we have to start from the very beginning. Who even are any of these two and how do we get here in the first place?
A lot of people in this streaming is fake, but y'all heard that already. A lot of happen, but don't bring it to the net because they feel like, oh, it might this up or it might that up. I've never been that. However, I've always respected people's opinion on me.
For anyone who's unaware, this right here is Raud G's, a pretty prominent streamer in the space who has amassed a crazy live streaming audience by transferring it from other places like his dancing content, YouTube content, to TikTok content, all culminating together into a very loyal fan base that watches
That's
him.
why I fuck with Raud personally, because he's a grinder. He's somebody who's still not even, he's like obviously in the top percentile of streaming. I'm not going to try to downplay him, give man his flowers, but he's also not like the Kai Cenats, the big mainstream names yet. And like, but he's grinding though. You see him slowly progressing, and I think that shit's dope as fuck. Shout out to Raud, man.
Whenever he hits go live, and he has been doing a myriad of different things when it comes to his live streaming content, like planning a camp with some of the Clover boys, even pulling up to Streamer University 1 and 2, but none of the drama really starts there. It apparently starts when he was on a trip with his girlfriend and somebody in the chat decided to ask about Zoe Spencer, and it seems like everything went downhill from there.
I never watched. What? Zoe and Reg on the same level as far as funny? Oh no.
No. Where they are. They said, excuse me?
Yeah, this is just some normal, cool banter with his girl. Mind you, he didn't even bring you up. His girl did.
She chatting. She a girl though, bro. Like she probably understand the jokes better. Like ladies, do you feel like Zoe? I feel like she funny, but I've never watched her stream and be like, let me keep watching. No, never.
So you did it with Reggie?
Yes. There's been times you say like, yo, he's wrong. Like, yo,
He said out of pocket stuff.
Nah, don't try to narrow how they funny.
On a real serious.
Nah, alright, so he say out of pocket stuff. What do Zoe do?
The same.
I say out of pocket stuff?
Yeah.
No. I never heard nothing out of pocket
She
from
said
her.
anything up her mind.
No. No. She never said for mine.
Do you watch her streams?
I've watched her streams before. Not in the past 6 months, but before that, yeah. I mean, she haven't been streaming.
I don't think anybody's watched her shit in the past 6 months.
Zoe Spencer is a name people either love or hate, and I seriously can't understand why there hasn't been a middle ground made for her. But in this clip, you can see Raud and his girlfriend having a discussion about how funny Zoe Spencer is compared to Reggie, who was someone that Raud has not only been friends with for a very long time, but also has collabed with on numerous occasions. But I'm just pointing out that he doesn't feel like he's as funny as him, and that they really are on the same level, but she still was funny. I'm not gonna lie, based on that clip, you can see him putting 10 on it here and there, there when he starts laughing super hard, saying fuck no. But at the end of the day, he still gave her props. But a lot of people might not see it that way, and by a lot of people, I mean Zoe Spencer herself, because apparently she saw that clip and was not happy about it at all.
I got a text today from Zoe. She sent me a TikTok. This was her response to the TikTok. You are a dick rider ass nigga. You view bot and wanna be down. Copycat ass bitch ass voice. My shit deeper than yours. 5 feet ass little ass. Not entertaining ass nigga. I can also say this to your face too, but I haven't seen you, so I'm gonna send it to you directly. I don't like you. Don't talk about me.
I like y'all might be surprised because
Yo, people are sensitive. Now, again, and I don't want to put my beautiful ladies in a box, but she is a woman, so maybe she's just a little bit more emotional, but goddamn, like that off of that clip, like, you would have thought Raud got on that hoe and said, fuck Zoe Spencer, she's I don't rock with her, and she's a bitch, and she get clapped in the back of the school bus or some shit. Weirdo. Like, whoa. He didn't even say nothing crazy like that. He gave her his props. He said, oh, you know, she's doing a thing. I just don't think she's as funny as my man's. Is that a crime to have an opinion? Am I tripping, Chad? Am I missing the plot here?
because when I showed Zoe Spencer's response, she wasn't on screen. And that's because a lot of the stuff that happened actually happened off camera in between text messages with Raud and Zoe. But as
I just feel like I gotta do it. I'm sorry. I know y'all tired of these disclaimers, but YouTube, I did not bully nobody just now. I was just making an example. YouTube, disclaimer. No bullying. Y'all think that when I do that, it's unnecessary, but on everything I love, YouTube's in a weird place right now. That YouTube AI is garbage, and it will mix that shit up. So, sorry, y'all.
you can tell from her response, she was not happy at all with what Raud was saying in that clip. Mind you, that clip happened earlier this month. It was pretty short and just a one-off from that stream, but regardless of what the context was for it, it made Zoe Spencer very annoyed. And because of all of that, Raud decided to get on stream and not only talk about situations with her, but other reasons as to why he doesn't like her or why people in the content industry might not be messing with her.
Why are you even texting me? We're not friends. We wasn't friends, and you knew we wasn't friends, and you're still texting my phone. Why do you even still have my number saved? You're a follow back on TikTok, and I blocked you on Instagram. I've never came to the internet and said anything about you. You text a paragraph to my phone, you will be dealt with. Now, the reason I'm not going to go at her is because a lot of people be going at Zoe already. So I'm not going to go at her. But what I will address is, regardless of the opinion, some people may say, yo, Zoe is the funniest streamer, period. Kudos to you. That's an opinion. You know what's my opinion? The one I said. What about that opinion made you text me all that? I didn't say fuck her.
Yeah.
I didn't say,
That's what I just said.
yeah, I'm glad this happened to her. I didn't say none of that. What part about my opinion made you text me all that? Mind you, never disrespect her. Then you gonna say, copycat ass bitch. I've never copied nobody on no forms of content. Everything I did by myself has been strictly me. I responded to her. I responded and said, you are mad as shit. You mad I said you funny, but you not as funny? KY.
Yeah, like, he literally gave her flowers. That's literally like saying, yo, I think you're good at playing basketball, but you're not as good as my man's. And, you know, you have every right. You know, it would have been cool if maybe she hit him up on some funny shit. Like, hell nah, you know I'm way funnier than your boy. You got me fucked up. Laughing emoji. You feel me? Like, if she was playing, but she took this like somebody said, fuck your mama. Jesus.
Yes, YB. She said, this give mad to you? Aw, nana boo boo. I'm clowning you, ugly. I'm waiting for your new movie to come out. I can't wait to see what you... I'm waiting for your new movie to come out. Bugs Life. I can't wait to see what you're doing there.
The biggest thing that a lot of people are pointing out with this conflict is the fact that a lot of this stuff was private. It was sent between text messages with Raud and Zoe. So really the only reason we know about this stuff is because Raud brought it to the internet. And a big point that people are pointing out is the fact that he could have just kept this private between him and Zoe, regardless of...
I mean, yeah, but if you're not my people, which Raud, I think, clearly pointed out, like, these people aren't friends, and you just hit me and disrespect me. She calling him a bitch and some more shit. Why should I care about respecting you? again, he could have kept it He could have kept it off the internet, but there's no rapport there. So I'm not necessarily inclined to think that that's how that should have went down.
They aren't friends or they aren't cool. No one had to talk about each other moving forward. And even if Raud or anybody else in the community felt like that clip that he said it wasn't that serious, they could just act like it didn't exist and move on. And that was until Zoe herself decided to go on her story and talk about Raud as well, having like a 1 minute-ish clip explaining why she doesn't like him, basically saying the exact same thing she said in those text messages, but to the internet.
Y'all, an itty bitty of a man named Raud he made a stream dedicated to me, and the stream started as Zoe Spencer say goodbye. Raud, geez, nobody knows you. You sound like a bitch.
My motherfucking voice is deeper than yours.
And the fact
Your voice deeper than mine too. Shit. I don't even think my voice can get that deep, even if I tried. Even if I tried, my shit don't sound as deep as hers. God damn.
that you made your title Zoe Spencer say goodbye. Like, first of all, nigga, I gave you a segment today, so you should say fucking thank you. Second of all, you've been talking about me on your stream for over 6 months. It's like my name always ends up coming in your mouth. And I don't understand why. And then you now are I text you today and I bomb you. Now you dread because you got bombed. Nigga, everybody's finna get bombed. I'm tired of y'all thinking that this mouth right here or these hands right here don't fucking work.
Hands? I hate when women do this. Well, like, why are you trying to fight a nigga? What is he supposed to do? You putting, like, that's lame. I ain't gonna lie. She gotta get it.
Weirdo. Okay? Don't talk about me, and I won't say nothing about you. I done seen a clip from last month, and you over here talking about Zoe Spencer's not funny, yet you're boring, bitch.
I just want y'all to know, to clarify, first, that clip was from this month. It was pretty early in the month, though. But everything else she said is pretty subjective, saying that people don't know him, saying all of these things that are pretty unnecessary, and a back and forth that I truly can't understand why we're even having. He said an opinion about not liking her. If she didn't like his delivery, hey, go back and just say you don't like his delivery, but going to this big of an extent on both sides doesn't make any real sense to me, and I feel like we're really blowing this out of proportion. I'm telling y'all, I tried to see if there was any prior information, because she had said he had been talking about her for months at this point, and I couldn't find any other clips of that. The only clip I could find was this one, and this is the clip that he brought up on stream as well. And even the clip that she apparently sent to him had her so angry that she sent all of those other messages. I just can't formulate a reason as to why all of this stuff was going on over something so.
Motherfuckers be mad and miserable, gang. It's kind of sad to see. And mind you, I feel like Zoe Spencer had a lot of potential. Like, I wasn't necessarily consuming her content, but you know, she really was in the same box to me personally as Nina Lynn. A lot of personality, clearly funny, clearly knows how to be entertaining, but then there's this other side of them that just be doing weird shit. It's like they can't contain it, whether it's their anger issues or they just be, you know, going too far. Don't know when to kind of like, all right, it's over with. But I guess they just got that new mentality we're hearing in the streets. It's just content, you know? It's just content. We can just do and say anything. And I feel like that, unfortunately, has kind of consumed their decision-making when it comes to this content shit. So it's like, Zoe, you in this hole because of yourself. And even now, if anything, I feel like you haven't been in the spotlight like that. I don't know if you've been streaming. I don't know what you got going on, and that's fine. But I feel like you had all the opportunity in the world to come back and just get on your grind and, you know, be smooth, you know? And this is what you're coming back with. Like, hot-headed and just tripping. That's why people don't like you, gang. If I'm just gonna keep it a stack.
Simple. And it's not even like it just ends there. She just made that story. She just sent those messages and the stream just happened. They went back and forth even more, to the point of even talking about dead family members because of that one TikTok clip.
After that, she said, don't think you should be saying some dark shit like that. Don't you have dead in your family? I said, you can say whatever you want about my mom. I'm not sweating it. I'm not mad. You got it. I said, you're 26. You're 26 this year. Nanny and the Boo Boo is very corny. She said, watch your mouth. Oh, you know my age? Thanks for watching. You think I watch you? Genuinely. Well, all the creative stuff all the other creators are doing. You think I'm watching you? My thing is this with Zoe. You just was on live 2 days ago crying. Every year that Kai deny you from streamer you and you feel like you blackballed and nobody help you, you go on Instagram, you go on TikTok live and you cry. And then you text my phone and say, nobody watches you, you're not even entertaining, you view bot, you ugly, this, that, and third. What are you talking about? You're not 16, you're 26. It's a big difference. It's 10 years between that. You're 26. Then my thing is this. Even though me and her wasn't on good terms, and I'll tell y'all why we wasn't on good terms, I never tried to hate form her. I never tried to do none of that. Me saying Zoe Spencer is funny, but not funnier than this person is an opinion. Why do you think you can text me that?
You would have thought they were having a decade-long beef with them two never liking each other, never doing anything with the way that they were talking about each other. But in reality, Raud has collabed and done things with Zoe before in the past. They have been on streams together, they have done YouTube videos, TikToks, all of that. So I truly don't understand how all of this is culminating together to be this big.
I think it's jealousy, bro. I think she's starting to see people that were on the same level as her slowly keep rising, and she's stuck in this area and she can't take the accountability. Because like I said, Raud is grinding. I feel like Raud has one of them paths where I genuinely feel like it's similar to mine, where it's just like nothing was easy. Just had to brick by brick, inching, getting a little bit more followers, a little bit more views, just a little bit more traction. And that's what I think that's been Raud's career as far as I can tell, and it's working. You know what I'm saying? And now he's starting to get closer and closer and closer to the finish line, and Zoe's just back there kind of seeing like, damn, I was just making TikToks with this nigga a couple of years ago. This nigga was getting just as much viewership as me. It's supposed to be me. I should have been there. He got accepted into Streamer You 2 years in a row. I still haven't. That's what it might be, man. And then boom, that little clip of him talking with his girl, didn't even disrespect her. I think that's what blew it up. I think that's where she's like, oh no, shit, I've had enough. Ain't no way this little nigga doing better than me. And he gonna talk about me on stream and say I'm not as funny as his mans? I'm tripping.
Drama, fallout, when they really haven't done anything recently and haven't even spoken bad about each other. I know Zoe mentioned him apparently talking about her for like months on end, but I haven't seen, again, any clips of that or any proof of that actually happening. And a lot of this stuff isn't even going to amount to anything because people that don't like Zoe are just going to continue not to like her and then come to Raud's side, along with his fans just championing what he says. It's the same thing. People that don't like Raud are just going to come to Zoe's side, and Zoe fans are very loyal and they're just going to keep championing stuff that she does. So there really is no winner in this argument at all. And because it's the internet, I feel like people are going to forget about this, honestly, later today.
Yeah, people are going to forget about this, but I think this is worse PR for Zoe for sure. Because it's just clear. She's tripping.
You genuinely need to reflect. Yeah. You went from having 2K, 3K, doing all this big shit, to now you average 200 and below. Sometimes 53. Jordan shit is thriving. You just was talking about her last year. Now you texted me talking about you're not entertaining. Why, bro? So I just have 0 supporters? I don't work hard? Why are you coming at me, blood? Now this is another thing. Not only did you clown her, not only did you cry 2 years in a row about the streaming game being against you and everybody blackballing you, but you text my phone on that energy. You just like the niggas that's blackballing you. You just like the niggas who won't collab with you. And mind you, blackballing you is making sure you can't get into no events. You just can't get into their events. You not blackball, you just ain't working. Because genuinely, niggas don't invite me to shit. And I'm still working. You got into BET. You doing stuff with baddies. You're in other entities. You're just not in their entities. You're not blackballed. Stop guilt forming. And trying to make Kai Cenat look like a bad person. He don't have to let you in, my nigga. Stop begging.
Normally I have a side that I'll take, or I'll have somebody who I'm more championing in a video because I'll either like their content more, I think their points are better, or I just think the entire argument as a whole from either side isn't as good. But in this video, I genuinely don't know what to say because...
Really? I don't know, Navli. I feel like Raud's spitting here. Mind you, I don't know this nigga from a can of paint, so I don't give a fuck. I'm just listening to the information that's being fed, and I don't think Raud's tripping at all.
I feel like the thing that they're arguing about, which technically is Zoe's fault, isn't that serious, but the way that Raud went about it, going on live and talking about it, doesn't make it any better. And then Zoe also hopping on that trend by going on her IG story to talk about it, doesn't make it any better either. This entire...
Yeah, I don't know. I'll take, Navli. I'm not mad at you, but I just don't agree. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Where you at, family? We're about to be booting up in stream here in like maybe like an hour or so. So if you're watching this video, make sure you type into the streams, man. If you're watching on YouTube, it's gonna be live on YouTube. If you want to watch on Twitch, click the link in the description. Join the Twitch. That's Where You At, Berto.
Where you at,
There's gonna be
Berto?
some IRL stream too, so we're gonna probably get some hoops in with Dior. So I definitely want y'all to tap in, man. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all.